Tonight, the CEO of one of the Valley's biggest nonprofits, United Way of the Desert, is recovering from coronavirus, and she is sharing her story. I spoke with Crystal Granados, who has an important message for the community. Crystal, it is so good to see you again. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
First off, how are you feeling right now?
Luckily, fortunately, a lot better than a couple of weeks ago. Still recovering. This will be about the 3 weeks in and still recovering.
3 weeks in.
Yes.
What were your symptoms?
So it started middle of August. Both my husband and I felt like we just had a really bad head cold, severe congestion, severe headache. But then about 2 days in, we lost our sense of taste and smell. Both of us did. And while we didn't have a fever, we just thought, well, to be on the safe side, we'll go and get a COVID 19 test. And 2 days later, we received a positive response for both my husband and I.
Any idea how you contracted the virus?
No, we don't. Definitely through community spread. We do have two children that live with us at home, and fortunately have both tested negative now twice. And so it definitely is some way of community spread. So while we were diligent, we always wore our masks. We always used hand sanitizer. I had hand sanitizer in my purse, like many of us. Just feels like you travel with a gallon now. But unfortunately, we must have contracted it somewhere within the community, and we're just not sure where.
You know, as I'm talking to you, I can tell you're still under the weather. Your voice isn't 100%. This has really taken a long time for you to still continue trying to recover from.
It has. It's taken quite a long time, for 2 full weeks. This isn't, and I just want to caution everyone, this isn't the regular flu. We received the positive test result, and fortunately, we did not get into very bad breathing issues. And it kind of, for me, I did develop the cough. I still have a cough, but it was like uh, being bone weary. We couldn't even move out of bed for a couple of days. Doing even the slightest thing was exhausting. And for me, my husband didn't have this symptom, but for me, the headaches are debilitating, and I still get 2 or 3 a day. And I'm 3 weeks in, and they just leave me in a brain fog. So I'm being termed, I think, one of those long haulers where I'm having some long-term effects. But fortunately, not. And I have two close friends who both had COVID, or two friends who had COVID, and had one friend who was on a ventilator for 6 weeks. So we were both anxious, obviously, about the potential for getting worse, but fortunately we did not develop pneumonia. But this is not the regular flu. I just want anyone to think that, oh, if I get COVID, I'll just, yes, I'm recovering. I'm in the recovery percentage, but this is much worse. Or for us, my experience was that it was much worse than any flu that we've ever had.
I'm curious, Crystal. United Way has done so much to help our community during this pandemic. Has this changed your perspective at all now that you've been infected with coronavirus?
I think it's reconfirmed the fact for me that we're all in this together. Individual health is community health, and community health is individual health. So we have to take care of one another. We obviously contacted this through community spread, which means not everyone is protecting themselves as much as we can. So we have to stay diligent. COVID is still here. COVID is difficult, and it's dangerous, and it's still spreading. So if anything, working with United Way, we fight for the health and well-being of every resident in Coachella Valley. And this just reaffirms my commitment to that, and that we are all in this together. So just remember, individual health is community health, and community health is individual health. We need to continue and we have to understand that COVID whether you're affected by it personally, by having COVID, or that you've been affected through financially, through a job loss, this is a community. As a community, we need to rally together. Um, and if you're in a position to support organizations that are helping our community, like United Way, to continue to do so, because this fight is long from over.
Powerful message. All right, Crystal, it is so good to see you again, and I really wish you all the best and deep healing through this for both you and your family.
Thank you. We appreciate that.